All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're cutting through all the noise, all the hype, and we're going to build a real, practical AI toolkit. This is for all you busy professionals out there. We're talking about tools that will actually save you time, make you more productive, and honestly, give you a pretty serious leg up in your career. Take a look at this. Does it feel a little too familiar? The modern workday, right? It's just a constant battle. You're swimming in information, drowning in meetings, buried under deadlines. And the pressure to do more with less, it's always on. This is the reality we're going to tackle head on.
It feels like a new AI tool launches every single day. It is so easy to feel completely overwhelmed by it all. But what if we could just filter out all that chatter? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to build an actionable toolkit with specific, super powerful AI assistants that solve the problems you actually face at work.
Okay, first things first, let's get our mindset right. The smartest people using AI right now, they don't see it as a replacement for them. Not at all. They see it as a co-pilot or research assistant, maybe even a junior partner on their team. The key thing to remember is you are always, always in command. And if you're going to command that co-pilot, you need one fundamental skill. People call it prompt engineering, but let's make it simpler. Think of it like this. You are the senior partner in this new human AI team. The prompt? That's just you giving a clear, effective brief. So let's be clear, prompt engineering isn't some kind of mysterious, technical dark art. It's really just the skill of giving great instructions. The quality of the answer you get back is a direct reflection of the quality of the question you ask. It's that simple. Vague questions get you vague, useless answers. And check this out. This is where you can see the night and day difference it makes. On the left, a prompt we've all probably typed in at some point. But the one on the right? Wow. It's specific. It doesn't just ask how to break down a project. It asks for a task decomposition strategy for a digital transformation. And it even specifies things like agile integration and critical path analysis. This is how you go from getting a simple list to getting a strategic executive level plan. Okay, so now that we've got that foundation down, let's start actually filling up our toolkit. I mean, you wouldn't use a hammer to fix every single problem in your house, right? The same goes for AI. It's all about having the right tool for the right job. So for anyone out there who has to work with data, this is an absolute game changer. Let me introduce you to Julius. It's an AI that was built from the ground up specifically for data analysis. And this table just perfectly shows why a specialized tool almost always beats a general one. I mean, look at the max file size, 32 gigs versus a measly 512 megs. It supports languages like R and SQL. It has real-time team collaboration. These are the features data pros actually need to do their jobs. And here is the real bottom line, performance. Users are reporting that Julius is a full 50% faster at pulling insights from data than other tools. In a world where speed is everything, that's a massive, massive advantage. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is from Olivia Moore. She's an AI partner at Andreessen Horowitz, one of the biggest names in venture capital, and she nails it. She points out exactly why a tool like Julius wins for data tasks. It's just more reliable and built for that one specific job. All right, on to the next tool in our kit. This chart right here, it highlights a fundamental bottleneck for pretty much every single one of us. We think and we speak so much faster than we can type. On average, we can speak around 120 words per minute, but we can only type about 40. So the big question is, how do you close that huge gap? Well, this is where a tool called Whisper Flow comes into play. And this is not just another dictation app. The magic here is in the real-time cleanup. As you speak, it gets rid of all the ums and the uhs. It even understands when you correct yourself mid-sentence, so it lets you just think out loud. And it captures your final thought as clean, perfect text that you can paste into literally any app. Now, when it comes to research, a lot of people are turning to tools like Perplexity. But here's the really deep insight, based on what users are finding. The real power isn't just in the tool itself, but in choosing the right engine inside the tool. For example, one deep dive analysis found that a model called Claude Sonnet was way better for tasks that needed a formal academic tone with a lot of sources. So, what's the takeaway? A real pro toolkit means knowing which specific model to use for your specific mission. Let's talk about a problem that I know plagues just about every professional. How in the world do you use the power of AI on your own confidential files without, uploading them to some public cloud for the whole world to see? Yeah, this is a total non-starter for anyone working with client data, strategic plans, any kind of proprietary research, you name it. You want that analytical power, but you absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, compromise on data security. So enter Google's Notebook LM. Think of this as your private, personal research assistant. Its superpower is something called source grounded. And what that means is it will only, and I mean only, answer questions based on the documents that you upload to its secure little bubble. This is huge because it basically eliminates the risk of the AI just making stuff up, what they call hallucinating. And the way it works is just brilliantly simple. You upload your sources, reports, slide decks, even transcripts. Then you just talk to your documents. You ask them complex questions. And here's the best part. Every single answer it gives you comes with a citation, linking you directly back to the exact spot in your original document. It's powerful, it's secure, and everything is verifiable. And that brings us to what might be the single most important topic for any professional who's serious about using AI: data privacy. Let's lay down some rules of engagement here. This right here, this is the million-dollar question. Before you paste one single line from a sensitive email or a single number from a confidential spreadsheet into any AI, you have to know the answer to this. This slide just illustrates the dividing line perfectly. Let's use Google's tools as an example. There is a massive difference between their experimental AI Studio and their professional enterprise-grade Vertex AI. With the free experimental stuff, yeah, your data might be used to train their models. But with the paid enterprise solution, your data is private, it is not used for training. Period. The lesson here is critical. For any real professional work, you have to be using enterprise-grade tools that guarantee your data stays your data. So as we start to wrap up, let's pull all these threads together. Building your AI toolkit, it's not just about downloading a bunch of apps. It's really about forming a strategic partnership where you are always the one calling the shots. I absolutely love this quote from Dr. Kenneth E. Long. It just perfectly captures the right mindset. The AI, it's a powerful member of your team, no doubt, but you are the senior partner. You're the one responsible for the final output, for the strategy, for making sure the work is sound and ethical. So, if there's just one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. The era of using one single generic chatbot for every single task, well, that era is over. The real professional advantage, the future of work, belongs to those who thoughtfully build a curated toolkit of specialized, secure AI partners. And that really leaves us with this final thought. In today's world, using AI is quickly becoming a non-negotiable. It's a given. So the real question, the one that's going to define your career growth from here on out, is no longer if you're going to use it, but how effectively, how strategically, and how thoughtfully you're going to lead it.